This is the full $20,000 plus studio tour. This is again 35 millimeters over there. This is 35 millimeters over there. I also bought a 50 millimeter, but the thing is I never end up using it. The LG G733s. You see it? So it's literally carbon copies, little twins. So the Rodecaster Pro 2, the A10 Mini Pro. That is the $5,000 Sony Odyssey G9, 57 inches. Hey, salam everybody, and welcome back to the UFK show. And this is the full $20,000 plus studio tour. I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive, and numbers aren't everything. How much you spend on things don't matter. I did the stream setup video, and even with this, realistically speaking, I want to start off with this. You don't need any of this gear. You don't need anything. You literally just need yourself, a camera, and that's it. Or a cell phone now, and that's all that ever matters. Myself, coming from like a film background and having been in the film industry for literally over a decade, a lot of this stuff was not only just important to me, but it was almost like a given, in the sense that I couldn't even fathom, doing something like this without actually taking care of the things that I've been always thinking about for the last, 5 to 10 years. Making sure, for example, when you're making a movie, you're always dealing with audio, you're dealing with the lighting, you're dealing with the camera crew. And so all of these aspects, you learn it. And so applying it to this was something that I felt like I wanted to do, and it was enjoyable for me. It was something that felt worth it. But this number, this $20,000 plus on a studio, you do not need it. You absolutely do not. It's just something that, if you want to, or if you're interested in it, I feel like I want to share it. And yeah, sure, there's a number and a price tag technically associated to all of this. But the thing that is, oh, this is going to sound so cheesy, but the thing that you can't pay for and you cannot replicate is your personality, who you are as a person. And so that is what matters more than anything. I wanted to get that out of the way. I didn't say it in any of the other videos, but I really do stand by that. That at any point, if you ever feel like, no, I can't do any of this stuff, especially if you want to go online, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. All you need to do is just be yourself, be authentic, be genuine. And if the world is interested, they'll watch. And if they're not interested, who cares? You're doing it because you love it. You're doing it because you want to. Again, the only reason why I came into this space was because I was interested in it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting. After all these years being off the grid, I was literally not even on social media for the most part for the last 5 years. And that's somebody who's in the film industry. And so now to come into it, it's coming into it with a different, insights, a different also perspective. And why I'm doing it is because I'm interested. But at the same time, when I was doing it, I wanted to have fun. And so, like, for example, that's me. That's it. And on a monitor that's literally wrapping around from here all the way to there, that costs $5,000. It's ridiculous. Again, this is the most recent purchase, but the first ones, let's just start off with importance. First and foremost, it was the cameras. So I got three FX30s, and this one is up here, and I wanted to leave it up here before I took it off because this is what I like to do unboxings with. I'll unbox something, I'll go and, for example, these are the LG G733s. It was for streaming that I bought them, and if I wanted to, I would go and I would pretty much pop it here. You guys can see it, and then, for example, if I want to compare it, I'll compare it to this. Here are the AirPods Max. And then, for example, I'll go and I'll pop on the little screen. You can see me over there. And now I'll basically talk about this. So that's this aspect of the studio. Oh, and by the way, I totally forgot I had the second cam, where it's like I missed this camera. The last few videos, this monitor was getting in the way. All right, it was literally, and I did a review on this, the iPhone 14 Pro. So with all the new 16 Pros and comparing it, I still stay true to it. I still stay true to it. I still kept on and held on to the 14 Pro, and instead of just upgrading onto the 16 Pro, because I think it's the same. I really do. Anyways, so getting back to it, so this is the type of stuff that I'll be, that I'll use this camera for. But just to show you, I mean, what do I need to show y'all for? If you want to know about an FX30, you'll go and just watch an actual proper camera guy or a tech dude talk about the Sony FX30. So it is something that is really cool. It's There's so much to do with it. I literally haven't even scraped the surface. But and this is a very technical review. Now moving away from all the sentimental, like, oh, you could be who you want to be. Like this is gonna be now a little bit more technical and my approach to why I did this. So over here we have the Sony FX30s. They're each roughly about 3K. So there's that. So right there, that's almost $10,000 just on the cameras alone. Plus, each lens was roughly about $1,000 each. I got two 35 millimeters, and then I got one which is my ultra wide, which is the I think it's 11 or 15. I cannot remember to save, save my life. I think it's 11 though. And then this is again 35 millimeters over there. This is 35 millimeters over there. I also bought a 50 millimeter, but the thing is I never end up using it, but I still got it. So, that was a ridiculous amount of money on lenses. But so that's how everything's seen. This is the mic setup, and I had originally planned for it to be an interview style, like not interview style, but like I wanted to bring people on and talk to them and, chat. It was supposed to be more podcasty. Now I'm kind of like veering away from that. I'm just kind of having fun. I'll come on for like a little bit when I have some time and then we'll record some stuff. But like, and the things that I like and I'm passionate about. There's a full setup there. You see the chair, the corner of the chair. Pop that out. Okay, yeah, there you go. You see it. So it's literally carbon copies, little twins. So that is the mics that I'm using. So that's the mic setup. So what I'm doing with the mics is I have these mics and they are primarily the best apparently in the industry. They're the go-tos. So I went with the SM7Bs. I didn't go with the DBs because apparently there's like some decibel thing that it goes and it filters through some sound thing already. But I have also so the Rodecaster Pro 2, that's what I record all my sound off of. That is the inputs. And then that all goes into the piece de resistance, which is the switcher right here. I can't even pull it up. The A10 Mini Pro. So that's that. Literally, it has so many different inputs. I don't use any but one. It's crazy. So, anyways, it's got all these buttons and switches. I don't know what they do. This is the A10 Mini Pro. That is what I have everything connected to. So this is where I go and I switch between everything. So that's all done. There's so many great videos explaining this. It is a phenomenal piece of hardware. I'm looking forward to when they upgrade it, whenever they do. But that's that. Then there's also the that's the mic that I was talking about. This is the mic I'm using, and it's all connected there with this as the monitor that I was talking about. That is the $5,000 Sony Odyssey G9, 57 inches. It's where I game as well. You got Arkham Knight Classic, got all the different, I talked about what I want to play, but this is what I'm excited to play. I should finish Witcher, but I really do want to play this. So the whole point of Ecamm connected to ATEM, connected to literally all the other tech, it like all funnels into one channel and then it all just records all the sound, everything, and they're all connected by is it XLR cords and then the HDMIs. There's basically, if I go back to this, there's literally four HDMIs connected here. So, here, 1 second. There's the three HDMIs over there, plus the one, then the input into this TV, which is another 42-inch over here, which costs about, and this is like the program, that's the monitor. I'm like basically making sure that everything looks good. That is about, I think that was again another 2 racks. So 2K over there. And then this is the Amaran, um, what is it? The 200X, that's what it was. And basically that is what lights everything. I have it set on I think 5500 or something like that. And then yeah, it's all there. So you can see all the cables that are connected there. And then it goes into the Mac Mini, which is the Mac Mini 2. I used to do it directly to the MacBook, but I was like, it's easier to do it with that. and then have this one. This is where I usually pop open and like I'll do the Reddit videos, for example. If I'm going through it, I'll be on r slash advice, look listen to people's crazy, crazy stories and problems. But yeah, that's the studio tour. I mean, again, there's like all of this stuff, which I don't know if you're interested in. Like I got lights, I ended up using, changing the colors and the scheme, and I don't know if you guys are even interested in that. But if you are, let me know. But either way, it was just fun making this. Like when I tell you guys, I thought about this for a long time. Like I'm talking about for over a year. Took over a year to get all of this together, and well, no, it took when I actually went and decided to go and figure out how to do it. It was probably about a month realistically, plus ordering everything, getting it all in. But it took a year to really just understand what I wanted and have a vision. And so I think that's the most important part. It's just a vision. You have an idea, you have a thought process, you know what you want, then make it. Just go do it. You don't need all the bells and whistles and the money. If you do, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Alhamdulillah Mubarak, mashallah tabarakallah. Bless the Lord. I love it. It's amazing. I feel blessed and privileged to be able to even be here and have all this stuff. But if you want to do it, if you're interested in doing it and that's why you're watching it, you literally don't need anything else. But if you want to know what I'm using, this is it. This is the whole setup. This is the shebang. This is how I get these videos made whenever and however I get the time to do it. And yeah, honestly, it's just been fun. I've been enjoying this whole process. And I'm excited to see where it goes and see what it turns into because either way, it's quite interesting. It's quite cool, and I thought I'd show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of again my thought process, what I ended up going with, because I know there's so many different things. I've heard about OBS, I've heard about all these other things. I still don't understand that. Like, how does that actually work? How does the whole endless mirror thing work? I never really figured that out. But anyways, that's been me. Let me know if y'all have any questions. But inshallah, take care wherever, whenever y'all are. Till the next one. Y'all, salam, everybody.